Hey there, Jon Chorba here from ReallyEasyGuitarLessons.com, and in this video lesson I'm going to teach you how to play a really easy strummy version of A Boy Named Sue by Johnny Cash. So this is essentially what Johnny Cash plays, or played, when he played this song and performed it. It's great for the beginner guitar player, only 3 chords in it, 3 easy chords, definitely on the easier side of things, so if you're brand new and you like Johnny Cash or country music, this is a great song to get started with. So let's jump in. I'll show you what chords, chord progressions, and strumming patterns are played in A Boy Named Sue. All right, first things first, this song is gonna be played with a capo on the 1st fret. So you need to put a capo on fret 1, and then all of the chords are gonna be in relationship to that capo. So 3 chords, we got an A, which you can play either like that, where you cram all your fingers in, or if you want to hold down the D, G, and B string with your 1st finger and play the A like that, I don't care. Whatever is more comfortable for you. I'm probably going to play it like this. So we have an A. The other one we have is a D. Open D string, 2nd fret G string, 3rd fret B, 2nd fret E, our D chord, and then lastly an E major chord. Open E strings, 2nd fret A, 2nd fret D, 1st fret G, open B, E. 3 chords, A, D, and E. And then for chord progressions, there's only one chord progression really in the whole song. It's A for a measure, so 4 beats of A, D for a measure, 4 beats of D, and then E for a measure, and then A for a measure. A, D, E, A. And then repeating that twice would equal a verse, the verse section, okay? And I'm gonna explain something, especially when I demonstrate playing along with it. When Johnny Cash performed this, and maybe when you perform it too, especially if you're playing with other people, you know, the nature of this song and songs of a similar style to this where, you know, it's one chord progression for the whole thing, and it's just like a verse. With this song, at the end of the verses, sometimes he hangs on that A for a measure. Sometimes he hangs on that A for 2 measures. Sometimes he hangs on that A for just 2 beats or a measure of 2/4. And they're not really, you know, thinking about it in terms of time signatures and how many beats they're lasting. Essentially, what they're doing is they're holding on that A until Johnny's ready to sing the next verse. So that is the cue. You know, when one verse ends, Johnny might take a measure, he might take 2 measures, he might take 2 beats before he starts in with the next verse. So he's just hanging on that A. So I notated it as that the final A in the verse lasts 2 measures, but just know, depending on what version or what performance you hear of this song and what part of the song you're in, sometimes it's 2 measures, sometimes it's 1 measure, sometimes it's a measure of 2/4. But really all that's happening is he's just letting it ring out for as long as he wants to in the moment before he starts the next verse. So again, whole progression is A, D, E, A, repeated twice, or that last measure you could hang on it for a little bit longer depending on, you know, how you feel in the moment. And then for strumming, we're gonna do simple boom chicka strumming, down, down, up, right? That first down is on the low part of the chord. So if I'm playing an A chord, the low part of the chord is like the A and the D string. I'm gonna do a downstroke on there, and then on the higher strings of the chord, I'm gonna do it down, up. Boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Okay? And then for the D chord, same idea, it's just there's a different low part of the chord. The D chord starts on the D string. So the low part is the D and the G string, high part B and E string. Boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka. And then E, the low part of the chord's on the E string. And the high part of the chord, high strings, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka. Okay? So there'd be 4 boom chickas per measure, right? So boom, chicka, 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 boom, chicka. Okay? 4 boom chickas per underline. If you're looking at my chord chart, I underline the chord once. That means it's 1 measure. So that strumming pattern is once per measure, which is 4 boom chickas per measure. All right, and in terms of song structure, you are just playing that verse progression 10 times, all right? There's 10 verses to the song, there's no real chorus, so you're just playing that chord progression 10 times. Again, that last chord in the progression, the duration of it could change depending on which version of the song you're playing along to. So I'm gonna play along to it, and I'll point out where there are shortened measures at the end of those verses.
Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, now I don't blame him for the running hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue.
You're right here.
Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke.
Right there at the end of the first verse, you know, if I play from here, so we have an A, 1, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then the next verse starts. So right there at the end of the first verse, there's a bar of 2, 4, and then sometimes here at the end of this verse, A, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next verse starts. So again, sometimes you're just hanging on that last chord for a couple more, you know, beats, or maybe even two measures more at a time. And again, there's no real thought behind that other than he's letting time elapse before he's ready to come and sing again. So you can do the same thing if you're playing with a drummer or a bass player, or, you know, or another guitar player even, and you're singing, you know, you could just say, hey, I'm gonna hang on that A chord until I'm ready to come into the first verse, and when I start singing, that's when the next verse starts. All right, like with all easy strummy versions of songs, the process is make sure you know how to play the chords, make sure you know how to play your A, your D, and your E, organize them into the chord progression. There's only one chord progression in the song, so it's pretty straightforward. If you have any trouble changing between the A and the D, or the D and the E, or the E and the A, you wanna focus on those chord changes by themselves, practice them up, build that skill, because it will carry over into all the other songs that you wanna learn. Then I would recommend doing like chord placing, so you understand how long those chords will last for and when they change. Add the strumming into the mix. When you add strumming, watch out for the gap of doom. You want to make sure that your hands are in sync. So if your right hand is stopping as you change between chords, that is the tell that you got to work on your chord changes a little bit more. All right, that's it for this video lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button to get more videos like this. If you are a beginner or intermediate guitar player and you are totally lost, confused, overwhelmed, not sure what you should be working on, head over to reallyEasyGuitarLessons.com/quiz, where you can take my free guitar practicing assessment. I'll ask you a few short questions, and then based off of your answers, I will tell you what your top practicing priorities are. You could find that at reallyEasyGuitarLessons.com/quiz. It's totally free. Results are delivered instantly. Again, reallyEasyGuitarLessons.com/quiz. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.